this is Anne Marie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I have an Etsy shop called Almost Surfside, and I sell handmade beach and surf-inspired jewelry. So I'll include a link down below if you want to check it out. Today I thought it would be fun to do a beading tutorial because I've been doing a lot of bead weaving projects over the last few months. And I've come up with a few of my own designs, and I thought I'd like to share one of them with you. So what you'll need for this design is fire line. So it's a fishing line that's sold at hardware stores, or you can buy it at a beading store. But I often find that if you go to a hardware store, it's cheaper. And it's the same product. So in this case, I'm using 6-pound fire line. You can also use .006 wildfire or any other thread of your choice, as long as it's, similar size. You'll need scissors to cut your fishing line, and you also need 3 types of seed beads. So what I have here on my beading mat is 11/0 Tohos in matte white. I have 11/0 galvanized gold, and I have 8/0 frosted yellow. So you'll need about an arm's length measurement of thread. That's usually what I start with, and it's the most manageable, and then as I run out of thread I add more. So it just means that I tie on more thread as I run out. Okay, so I have my beading needle, and I'm going to pick up 7 beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Push them down on my thread. I'm going to pick up another 7, so a total of 14, but I like to do it in 2 groups of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I push them down on your thread. I like to leave about 10 inches at the base of my thread just so that I have enough room to finish it off. And then I'm going to insert my needle in the very last bead in that row. Okay, so that's what you should have. It should create a circular shape when you go through the last bead. And again, about 10 inches at the base of my thread, just so I can finish off with a loop at the end. Okay. Now that I have the circular shape, I'm going to make it into an oval shape. And to do that, I'm going to go through the first 7 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's 7 beads. I'm going to pick up one of my gold 11/0s, and I'm going to go down the other side of the shape, again through another 7 white seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay, at this point I'm going to pick up another gold and insert it, and then carry on through the other side until I reach the top gold seed bead. Okay, so that's what you should have. That's what creates the oval shape. So there's 2 points, the gold points, and then you have 7 beads on each side. Okay, from this point I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through the first white seed bead, and then I'm going to start the peyote stitch. It's a very simple stitch. All you need to do is pick up 1 gold seed bead and skip one of the white seed beads and insert your needle into the following white seed bead. Okay. Again, pick up a gold, skip 1 bead, insert your needle into the next seed bead. And I'm going to repeat that all the way around the oval. So what you should have is 3 gold beads on the right side. Okay. Once I reach the bottom, I'm going to go through the first gold bead and the first white seed bead. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I pick up one, skip a bead, insert my needle into the subsequent bead. And again, just repeat until you get to the bottom. Okay, so that creates the frame for our oval piece. And what we're going to do now is go through the gold seed bead, which is at the point. And then we're going to start working with the 8/0 frosted yellow seed beads. So I pick up one, and I'm going to put my needle through every gold seed bead. So that's the first one. It's locked in. Pick up another 8/0. Go through the next gold seed bead. Pull your thread. That's locked in. And I'm going to do this all the way around the piece. Okay, so I've done half of the oval. That's with 4 8/0 beads on one side, and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so once I reach the top of my oval, I'm going to go through the last gold seed bead, and I've completed the first oval segment. Okay, that's what you should have. So I'm coming out of the top gold seed bead, and I'm going to create a connector by adding 1 white bead, 1 gold bead, another white bead. So I have a total of 3 beads on my needle. And I'm going to go through the opposite side of the gold seed bead. Okay, and then I'm just going to reinforce it. Reinforce means I go through the beads again just to strengthen that component. Okay, that's what you should have. I'm going to go through the top 2 seed beads. This is called stepping up until I get to the gold seed bead up here. Okay. I'm going to add another component. Okay, same thing. So I'm going to pick up 1 white, 1 gold, 1 white, and I'm going to go through the opposite side of that top gold seed bead. Okay, again reinforcing it, which means I'm going to put my needle through all the beads that I just added on, just to make it a little bit stronger. And then step up by climbing up through the white. The white bead, and then the gold bead. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And I'm going to do another oval, and basically it's a repetitive pattern. You would just repeat all the way down until you reach the desired length that you want. Again, you can do a bracelet or a necklace using this technique, so it's pretty versatile. Okay, so now that I'm up at the top, I'm going to pick up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's my first group of 7, and then again another 7, so that we have 14. Okay, so that's a total of 14 beads on my needle. I'm going to go through the opposite side of the gold bead and pull through. I'm going to insert my needle through the first 7 beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, pull on my thread, that's what you should have. I'm going to pick up a gold seed bead. I'm going to go down the opposite side until I reach the gold bead at the bottom. Okay, so that's what you should have. You should have the 2 components in front of you. I'm going to insert my needle through the first white bead, and then I'm going to start my peyote again, which means skip a bead and insert your needle into the next bead. Okay, so that side's done. I'm going to go through the top gold seed bead and the first white bead. I'm going to repeat the peyote on the other side. Okay, so skip a bead, go through the next one. Again, pick up a gold bead, skip a bead, go through the next one. So it's very repetitive, very simple. And then the last white bead. And then I'm also going to go through the gold bead right there at the base. Okay, so now I have my structure all ready to go. I'm going to fill in all the gaps with my 8/0 yellow beads. Okay, so 1/2 is done. I'm going to continue with that pattern on the other side. So again, my needle's going through all of the gold beads that are sticking out. Okay, I've reached the bottom. I'm going to go through the gold bead. So I can get my needle through. Okay, there we go. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to insert my needle through all of the beads on the outside of the oval just to get back to the top. Okay, so that's what you should have. Again, I'm going to do another connecting component. Okay, so I pick up one white bead, one gold bead, and another white bead. I go through the opposite side of the gold bead, pull on my thread, reinforce that component just by going through all of the beads that I've added. And then step up through the white bead, the gold bead, so that I reach the very top. Again, add another component to connect, so 3 beads total, white, gold, white, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, and then I'm ready to start another oval. So that's all you need to do. You need to just keep repeating the same steps over and over until you reach, the length of the bracelet or the necklace that you want. To give you an idea, I have this piece here, which is almost done, but yeah, this is a necklace that I made using this technique. And in a minute, I'm going to show you how to finish it off. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I've finished 23 of my oval segments, and I now have the right length of necklace. So what I'm going to do is show you how to finish off creating the loop in order to add on your jump ring on one side and then your jump ring and your lobster claw on the other side. So I'm going to start off by making a connector the same way that we did in the main part of the necklace. So I picked up 3 seed beads, white, gold, white. I'm going to go through the opposite side of the gold bead and then reinforce that segment. I can pick up my needle here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the first segment. I'm going to step up by going through the white and the gold seed beads. And then I'm just going to create a loop by adding on 7 of the white seed beads and creating a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go through the opposite side of the gold seed bead. That creates my circle, and I'm going to go through the circle once more just to make it stronger. Okay, so I've gone through my gold seed bead at the base, and I'm just going to go down through the piece and I'm going to tie it off. Okay, so I've gone down the white seed bead, the gold, and then I'm going to go through the yellow, the gold. I'm going to create a knot right about here. Okay, so that's one knot. I think that's enough to hold the piece. I mean, if you want to secure it multiple times, you can go through different beads and make knots at different points in this component, but I think, you know, one knot is good enough. Okay, so once you've finished that, cut off your fishing line. I have a set of flat nose pliers, and I'm going to pick up one of the jump rings, open it up, add it into my loop, close it. Okay, so that's one side of my closure. I've already done a loop on the opposite side of my necklace, so all I need to do is open up my jump ring, add on my lobster claw, and then insert it into the loop and close. So there you have it. So that's the oval-shaped, very sunny, very beach-like necklace that I created. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. And you can leave them in Spanish, French, or English. I can respond in all of those languages. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.